You know, in talking to Karch, Brandon, last week, it didn't sound like they were planning on using Kelly as a setter. They've got their setters, and they want to see her develop as strictly a right side hitter. Another big swing from Peo. But Brandon, good point. She was a setter. She ran a 6'2" a lot in college. So when she was front row, she would hit. When she was back row, she would set. So she has the ability. And if she ever gets her hands on the ball in a transition play, it's probably going to be a pretty buttery set. But I know that they're just planning on using her as a hitter, developing her as a right side hitter. Thanks for that tweet, Brandon. Yukiko Ebata goes over the block and gets the kill. And I just learned we had a bit of a power outage or some sort of technical outage, so you might have lost us for a couple minutes, but we're back on there now. So if any friends are saying they're having issues and you're hearing us right now, just tell them to refresh the page and it should come right back up. It's 14-12 Japan, and a great stab from Saori. She has a chance to make it 15, but she's blocked. Covers herself. She wants the set again. She gets the set again. She gets blocked. Set to the back row. Yukiko gets blocked. Covered. Saori blocked. That's 4 blocks in a row for the U.S. All of them, though, were covered by Japan. The 5th one won't be. Wow. 5 times in a row, Japan was not able to get the ball to the other side of the net. What a job by that USA front row. And I was watching Saori through that entire play, and she was working her butt off. She was getting off the net, transitioning every single time. There's another good lesson for a young volleyball player or a coach to talk to his team about. Watch how Saori Kimura plays. Number 3 for Japan. She's in the front row in the middle right now. She'll move to the left side after the serve gets across the net. And in transition ball, she transitions all the way off the net to get a full approach every single time. Oh, one-handed set for the slide. Great set by Jenna. Good swing, but a good dig for Japan again. Not so ready for that one. Saori with the kill. And we've reached technical timeout number 2 here in set number 3. Japan on top 16-13. If they win this set, we'll go to set number 4. If the USA wins this set, they have swept the match and swept the series against Japan. But Japan's on top now in set 3. We got a tweet here from Leonardo. What's up, Leonardo? I think I heard from you last night, maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know. Well, I'm hearing from you tonight, so what's up, Leonardo? Can I call you Leo? I'll call you Leo right now. Yep, oh, there it is, Leo from Brazil, yep, at the end of that. Thanks for that. Who's the best volleyball player in the world today, asks Leo. And Leo, I have no idea. I'm going to go off the players I know best that are on the court right now. And again, this is not a full Olympic squad on the court. I'm not going to answer your question completely directly because I have not. I don't have a complete, I guess, knowledge of every player in the world. I'm not exactly sure who would be the best player on the court right now. At least I've seen this week. Lauren Hildebrand, Saori Kimura, obviously awesome. The Japanese defense, all their players on defense, their libero is phenomenal. Their setters are phenomenal at digging. I know Faluka Akmanradova is one of my favorite players to watch for the USA, Olympian, not here right now, not on this roster. Good swing from Kirsty Jackson, another dig from Japan. Jeez. Quick set to the outside, and that will go down, off-speed shot from Jor. But you know what? I'm going to have to say right now, even though she's not here, I'm going to go with the USA team member in Destiny Hooker. Is a absolute beast. She's not with the team right now. You may know Destiny's name. I bet you do, from the 2012 Olympics. One of the best, if not the best hitter in the world right now. Destiny is having a child this year. Congratulations, Destiny Hooker. And she's taken the year off from playing with Team USA. Thanks for the question, Leo. It's coming at me from Brazil. Who do you think is the best player, Leo? I'd love to hear your answer. And also, maybe it's a Brazilian player. Who do you think is the best player on Team Brazil? And I got a few tweets about the live stream. People lost the stream, and sorry about that. I'm pretty sure it's back up now. So hope you're able to refresh the page and get back on it. Nice place tip there from Japan. It is 15-17. I hope you're back listening now. So if you know anybody else that's experiencing issues, let them know that if they refresh the page, refresh the stream, it should be working again. And my producer, Matt Podswite, says, yep, it's up and working again. Big swing from the right side for the Gov, Jordan Larson-Burback. USA back within 1 point at 16-17. Oh my goodness, the digs in this match. Oh, what a fun match to watch. Outside. Oh, Risa Shinabe says, try to dig this one. And I also got a response just a few seconds ago from Heidi. And as I was talking about, I think the stream is back up, and Heidi says it is, thanks. Smiley face. Hashtag best sport ever, hashtag volleyball. And hashtag right back at you, I agree. Thanks for that, Heidi. Swing from Kelly Murphy gets the ground, and she has really impressed me as Kelly Murphy in the last 2 nights. I've talked a lot about her because I really love what I see, the aggressiveness from that left-handed hitter on the right side. She is not afraid to attack the ball no matter where she is on the court. Set a little bit off the net, coming from the back row. She takes a rip just about every time. Into the front row for the first time tonight, Danielle Scott Aruda. And if you've been watching USA Volleyball at all in the last 20 years, you know that name. And Danielle gets a dig. And Cassidy Lichtman in the front row now is Doug on a nice swing, and then a block. Danielle Scott, Kelly Murphy. Danielle Scott Aruda graduated from Long Beach State University in 1993. The most veteran player on this team, and she can actually be the most veteran player just about anywhere right now. She's played on 5 Olympic teams, 96 through 2012. More Olympic volleyball appearances than any other USA volleyball athlete. Risa Shinabe, another aggressive kill. Mizuho Ishida will serve for Nana Iwasaka. Back into the front row for Japan in the middle is Ayumi Kawashima. Good pass for the U.S. Danielle Scott rips the ball, and that is an absolutely great dig. What a dig by Yukiko Ebata. And then Cassidy Lichtman puts it away. Almost digging that one up was Haruka Miyashita, and Japan is just all over the place. And this crowd really appreciates it. We've seen them cheering for both squads. Great plays from both squads. There's no bad blood between these teams, although they've had a lot of competitive matches over the years. They are having fun together on the court tonight. Angle swing, nice stab by Kelly Murphy. Great set to the back row, and another phenomenal dig by Zayasu. Kiko Ebata, another kill. Kotoki Zayasu, the 5'2" libero for Japan. One of 7 Japanese players on this squad who plays for the Japanese professional club team, Isamitsu Springs. Danielle Scott is Doug. Oh, what a great bump set to the outside. The roll shot will not work, but Japan will get another chance. Another good bump set to the outside. That one's a little bit further off the net, actually. Big swing from Danielle for the second time, tips the net. Saori block, right back onto the head of Aimi, and then goes back over the net and falls on the USA side. Wow. So you roof the ball straight down, but it goes right back onto the head of another player. Comes back over the net, and that's a huge point late in set number 3. It would have been tied up at 20, and now Japan has that very crucial 2-point lead late in the set. Of course, you have to win a set by 2 points, so that was a big-time play right there. So I got a tweet from Leo again from Brazil. He had asked me who I thought the best player in the world was. He sent me back who he thinks the best player in the world and the best player from Brazil is. Leo says, best player in the world, Korea's Kim Yong-kong. Best Brazilian player, the Beast, 6'5.5" middle blocker, Thaisa Menezes. I hope I was saying that right. Thanks for that, Leo. Six Olympians on the 23-player roster for the U.S. They've got 23 players they can choose from for these 3 matches. They bring 15 every night. Out of those 23, 6 of them are Olympians. A lot of younger players on both these squads, as this is the first year of the Olympic quad. Oh, Lichman with a rip down the line, but another good dig. Lichman again. Angle. My goodness, Zayasu. Danielle. Down the line, tips the net, and it hits the antenna. Or wait, did they say Danielle? I think they're saying Danielle. Did she touch the net outside the antenna? I don't know. Maybe they're saying the ball hit the antenna. I don't think that's a good call. That ball looked like it was inside the antenna, but the down referee says the ball hit the antenna. Or he said Danielle hit the net outside of the antenna, which is a violation. Either way, Japan point, 22-19. Jump serve from Risa. Good pass from Cassidy. And that one's not hitting the antenna, says Danielle. Great trust from Jenna Haglund to give the ball to her veteran middle blocker after the error. Serve goes out. Point Japan. Oh, ace serve, tips the net, falls to the ground in front of the diving Danielle Scalaruda. And that will bring us to set point here in set number 3. Oh, wow. Kelly Murphy. We've been seeing that from her all night long, and that one was a few inches from the block, nowhere near anybody in the back row. And from what I'm seeing from Kelly Murphy, she is going to be a player to watch in the coming years. Service error from Danielle gives the set to Japan. They've tied it up, or not tied it up rather, they've got 1 set. It's still 2-1 USA. So none of these matches are sweeps. The USA will have a chance in set number 4 to close out Japan in 4 sets as they have the other 2 nights. Right now we're going to hear from Karch Karai again. During my interview with him last week, I talked to him about his 4 principles that he talks about a lot. The 4 principles that he plays by and the 4 principles that he now coaches by. You've talked about your 4 main principles of playing the game. Mastery of fundamentals, relentless preparation, elevating the play of those around you, and ferocious competition. Where'd you learn those?
I think I learned those over time, really, from lots of great coaches and from trial and error and from getting to play with some or more of the greatest players who ever played the game, guys like Steve Timmons indoors and guys like Ken Steffes and St. John Smith and Mike Lambert and Kevin Wong and plenty of others on the beach, and kind of trial and error to figure out what works to help a group of people play as the best team possible, especially when the stakes are higher.
Talk about one of those four. First one that comes to mind, and go into a little detail about it.
Well, certainly one of my competitive advantages was figuring out ways to help those around me be better. I guess another way of saying it is that when somebody does a nice job of making teammates better, everybody plays better when that person steps on the court. That was one of my goals, is to try to help people play better when I was their teammate, and that helped me through some tough times too, because often things aren't going exactly as any of us would like. It was very rare that I had all the parts of my game going exactly the way I wanted it to. Often finding success meant adapting, adjusting, compensating for whatever wasn't working that day. Like a pitcher in baseball who might not have his fastball that day, he's got to figure out other ways to get hitters out and keep the runs to a minimum and help his team out. So there were lots of ways that I could help teammates be better, and that was a big objective of mine, and it helped me keep my mind off sometimes, my own struggles, as all of us have struggles and want to play the perfect game and fall short every time.
So helping those around you play better, even when you're not playing the best in every phase of your game. That's what Karch says is his one of his biggest skills is to find a way to get the best out of those that are on the court with him. Boy, that is great advice. That could never be considered bad advice from anybody. And coming from arguably the greatest player that's ever played, beach and indoor, combination of those two, saying that even he very, very rarely was on top of all aspects of his game at any given time, and is quite humbling. And I know I get frustrated on the court sometimes, think I'm not doing something right, that it's the end of the world, but really, you know what? There's always something I could be doing better. So great attitude by Karch, saying, you know what, it's not a big deal if I'm not passing the ball perfect. I'll encourage my teammates, try to bring out the best of them, and focus on something else. Maybe I'm hitting the ball well, so that's how I'm contributing right now. Not trying to give up on passing the ball, but just understand that I can't be doing all things perfect at all times. Jordan Larson Burback will start things serving here in set 4. USA is up 2-1. Big swing to start off by Arisa Shinabe. Sauri or Saali. Sort of I got a tweet here from a Twitter user in Japan. I'll get to that in a second. Big swing from Nicole Fawcett, who's back in there on the right side. First kill of the set for the USA. This tweets from Inoue Kiyoharu. Says, hello from Japan. I watched the game by internet. Thanks. Inoue says the pronunciation's S-A-O-R-I. That's Saori Kimura is Saoli. So it's almost like an L sound. Oh, what a dig by Kirsty Jackson. Paolini, another tip. Peo's dug this time. Diving dig for Kirsty, and Paolini puts away the ball on the second contact. So, thanks for that tweet about the pronunciation of Sauri or Sauri. I looked it up. I also looked that up and talked to the coaches about it, and just looked it up on Google, and a lot of the stuff I found said, yeah, in Japan it is more proper to say it with the L sound, Sauli. Oh, Kirsty Jackson. What a dig. Great set to Fawcett, but she is dug. Right back at you, says the Gov. Kim Hill hits one out of bounds, just long a couple feet. Point Japan. So it seems a consensus I found online anyway that Some Japanese speakers in the U.S. use an Americanized pronunciation, Saori, but it is, in Japan, it is Saori. So thank you for that, Inoue. That is good information. That's going to be point Japan on a back row attack violation. That's because the setter, Jenna Haglund, is in the back row, and she jumped up and contacted the ball above the net. It went over the net. You can't do that if you're a back row player. 3 players in the back row, 3 players in the front row at all times. Players rotate clockwise. Kim Hill, nice pass. Paulini, another kill out of the middle. Deep cross body swing from Peo. So far, my players of the match for the USA has got to be Peo and Nicole Fawcett. Fawcett's at the service line right now. They're both hitting at very high percentages. Again, we don't have a stats guy. I don't have the official stats tonight. But just from what I'm seeing, I am really loving the way Nicole and Peo are playing. And speaking of Nicole, there's an ace serve right on the back line for Japan. I'm going to say I love how Yukiko Ebate is playing. I love the aggressiveness that Yukiko is playing with. Also, Saori is really fun to watch, and just because I love watching her transition. She's such a smooth-looking volleyball player, and she really rips it and finds nice open spots on the court. I love watching Saori Kimura play. Good save, high set to the middle. Oh, what a dig from Zayasu. Roll shot down the line, diving stab from Jor. Kim Hill finds the open spot on the floor, and it's 5-4 USA. Kim will be the server. Good pass for Japan, as is Parr. And Yukiko Ebata puts it away. Ebata will serve at 5-5 here in set number 4. And I know you can see the crowd filling up the stands on the screen that you see, and that is how it is all the way around the gym. It is completely packed on both sides, and all the people standing on the upper concourse level above the stands, that is pretty much filled in as well. Sold out here at J. Sarah Catholic High School. And there were no tickets sold at the door. It was all sold out online well before the match started. Deep float serve, good pass for the U.S. Set to Peo. She was going a little farther outside than that set went. Nice job for her to reach in and still get some sort of a swing on it. Blocked for Japan, good cover by the U.S. Nicole Fawcett saves that one. Down the line, my goodness, Zayasu was all over the place. And then a block for the USA. Zayasu almost got to that one. I love watching these players cover. Big difference between the men's game and the women's game. You see tons more balls covered after blocks. It doesn't happen very often that a stuff block doesn't come off the ground like the one we just saw. But it feels like 75% of the time, if there's a block, it's coming right back up because they are so good. The women are so good at being in their spots to cover a block. It's really hard to get a ball to the ground. On the men's side, not that they're necessarily bad coverers, but just the positioning of the women, from what I've seen tonight, is just so phenomenal. Making that little, cup around that block. Look at those 5 women as Kirsty was hitting that. If that ball was blocked, it would have been very difficult to find a spot on the floor for the ball to go. Well, Japan reaches technical timeout number 1 here in set number 4. It's 8-6. USA won the first 2 sets. There are a few players who were on the 23-woman roster that were available to play for these 3 nights against Japan. Then a couple of them didn't make it, didn't get to the court at all. And that's not to say that they're not good players, or there's a reason they weren't out there. Just Karch trying out different lineups, trying out different players, and he just made a bunch of players available to to decide on day of who he was going to use. A couple players that didn't make it out that are on the roster though. Elena Bergsma, opposite hitter from Chandler, Arizona. She played at LMU, Loyola Marymount University, and the University of Oregon. She was the Player of the Year, National Player of the Year at Oregon last year, 2012. And an extremely interesting thing about Elena Bergsma, she was Miss Oregon 2012. Went on to the Miss USA contest as the tallest ever person in the Miss USA contest. The 6'3", Elena Bergsma, star volleyball player at Oregon, Miss Oregon. Went on to Miss USA, won the most photogenic award. Out of the timeout, a kill from Saori Kimura. It's 9-6. So Elena Bergsma, very good opposite hitter from the University of Oregon, and she'll be playing with the USC. We'll see if she's on that FIVB World Grand Prix squad. The World Grand Prix is the biggest annual event in international volleyball. That'll start at the beginning of August. Oh, diving dig, but nobody's going to get the second touch on that. It's a kill for Jordan Larson-Burbach. The FIVB World Grand Prix is a little over a month-long tournament. It's very taxing on the teams that do it because you are in very often a different country, a different continent every week throughout pool play. And I believe the finals this year are actually in Japan at the beginning of September. The USA has won that tournament. As we see a big smash from Saori. The USA has won that tournament 3 years in a row. They've got the gold medal. And that's coming up in August and September. Another player that we haven't seen this week, Alex Kleinman from Manhattan Beach, California, went to Stanford University, graduated in 2010. Oh, what a rip from Fawcett. Alex Kleinman, the Volleyball Magazine Player of the Year in 2010, her senior year at Stanford. Also a good sand volleyball player is Alex. Sonia Newcomb, who's on the roster tonight. I don't think we've seen her play yet this week, but she could come in tonight from Lake Arrowhead, California. She also went to the University of Oregon. Was a teammate of Elena Bergsma. 1 year. She graduated in 2009, did Sonia. Bergsma, actually she was never a teammate with Elena because Elena was at LMU in 2009. But Bergsma, Newcomb, both graduates of the University of Oregon on this women's national team. Not a good pass from the U.S. Good save by the Gov. Touch on the block and it'll fall to the ground. Another good tool kill from Risa Shiinabe. And I think everybody else on this squad we've seen at some point during these 3 matches. Kristen Hildebrand not here tonight, but she had a couple of really good matches on Wednesday and last night on Friday. And Yukiko Ebata makes it 13-8, and right now it looks like we are headed for set number 5. Karch Karai will take a team timeout, down 5 here in set 4. Fans keep tweeting me at Broadcast Mark. That's Broadcast Mark with the K. I'd love to hear from you. Whatever you'd like to say. What are your thoughts on the beach volleyball game? How many of you out there play indoor volleyball and beach volleyball? I'd love to hear from you. A little bit more about myself. I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada, and as I said earlier, moved out here to Southern California pretty much to be by the beach. And I went to Santa Monica College to play indoor volleyball. Played under head coach John Mayer, assistant coach Billy Allen, and assistant coach Yariv Lerner. And John and Billy, both professional beach volleyball players. They were at the time, they still are. And just phenomenal athletes, great players to learn from. Really fun to play under in the indoor game and also learn from on the beach. Nicole Fawcett out of the timeout. She's having a great match. So I went to Santa Monica College, figured out I wanted to get into broadcast. So I went up to Cal State Northridge, CSUN, to get into the broadcast journalism program. Just finished that in December and walked in May. And here I am. This is what I love to do. I love bringing this game to you, and I love hearing from everybody on Twitter. That's my favorite part about this, is connecting with you fans. And it's been awesome to hear from you for the last couple nights. Yukiko Ebata, another good swing, and Japan has really upped their level in the last 2 sets, as evidenced by the score. They're playing much more aggressively than they started the match. Not tipping or roll shotting so much, but really going for those big swings. And of course, as usual, digging everything like that. Woof. Nicole Fawcett, hard angle swing. Go to her every time. Jeez, what a player. Nicole Fawcett from Zanesfield, Ohio. She was a graduate of Penn State University, was a part of that incredible run by Penn State. She graduated in 2008, was the National Player of the Year in 08. She was the Freshman of the Year in 05, won a national championship in 07 and 08. How's that for a resume? Kill by Yukiko. Courtney Thompson will come into the back row as the setter. As we said, the subject of Court and Spark, when I'm really excited about that documentary coming out in December. That'll debut, premiere at the NCAA Final Four in Seattle. Also back in there's Kelly Murphy. She gets the swing there. She'll get another chance here. And not digging that one is Zayasu. Boy, it's rare to see Zayasu get a touch on the ball and not have it come back to her team. Good kill from Kelly Murphy. Jump float serve coming from Kim. A little bit quicker set to the outside, but a roof for Peo and Kelly. That'll stave off that technical timeout for at least one more point. Kim Hill serves it into the net, and that will take us to technical timeout number 2 here in set 4. Japan on top 16-12, playing at a much higher level than they had been in sets 1 and 2, and looking to extend this thing to the max to set number 5. Got another tweet here from Heidi. Hey again, Heidi. She says, I play both beach and indoor. I love both. Volleyball is volleyball. And you know what? I can't argue with that. I also love playing both, Heidi. I would say I prefer the beach game a little bit more personally, playing it. And I think it's because just staying involved the entire time, like you have to do every single thing. That's something Cart said when I interviewed him, is it helps your game because you're forced to pass, you're forced to set, and you're forced to hit. And, you know, even as a middle blocker, you're forced multiple times. Even if you are the blocker on your team, you still have to dig balls. You still have to play defense. So that's what I love most about the beach game. And I like it. I like indoor for the big team aspect and really having to connect and play as a machine with those other 5 people on the court with you. Thanks for that, Heidi. Kelly Murphy gets the kill off the block. Interesting thing in the back row there. I think there was that Shinabe in the back row. Might have had a chance to dig that one if it didn't hit the block. But since it did hit the block, it threw it off enough to where she couldn't get to it. Nice diving dig from Yukiko. And that's going to be, what do we got? Net violation? Net violation on the USA. Point going to Japan. Pretty good pass from the U.S. Good set to the right side and going off with that little bit of chin music up there on Aimi Kawashima. Good swing, deep swing from Kelly Murphy. Nice job by her to find that middle attacker in the back row. Kelly will come back out for the setter Jenna Haglund, and Courtney Thompson will come out for the right side hitter Nicole Fawcett. For once, not a great pass for Japan, but a good set to the outside. Kim Hill keeps it alive. Oh, Zayasu. I've said that just like that about 20 times tonight, because she surprises me with all these balls she's digging. I guess it shouldn't be so much of a surprise anymore. Tool kill for Sally as she falls onto the ground. I'm sitting up at the production table right now with Matt Podswhite and Emily Podswhite, and Emily said she's nervous. Yeah, this is sort of a nerve-wracking match. This is nice. This is about to go 5. A lot of long rallies. Really fun one to watch. Quick set to the outside. A little bit too quick for Nicole that time. There's a tip, and very well-placed tip. And as she held up her hand to tip that, Jenna Haglund thought she was going to tip it short. Instead, Sally saw that Jenna was coming up on it and pushed it deep instead and got the kill. It's 19-14 Japan. Timeout. Coach Karch Karai and Team USA. Well, in London, of course, the USA got their second silver medal in a row, losing in 4 sets once again to Brazil. And now they're going to be going to Brazil in 2016, looking to take that gold medal in Brazil. It'd be maybe even be a little bit harder to play Brazil when you're playing in their home country. It is a really big-time volleyball country. The sports goes soccer #1, and I'm pretty sure volleyball is #2 in Brazil. So that's going to be a great environment to play in. In London, Japan got their first medal at the Olympic Games in 28 years. They got a bronze medal in London. Last time they medaled was in '84 in Los Angeles, where they also got a bronze medal. 2-time Olympic Games gold medal champions are the Japanese, 1976 and 1964. The serve out of the timeout goes out of bounds. Credit a point to Karch for the timeout, icing the server. Jordan, great serve to the line. That's going to be an ace. Boy, that ball was tailing away and down, away from Sally. At the same time, it was dipping to the court extremely quick. She didn't have time to get to it. She got a touch on it, but couldn't get it in the air. Served to the other side of the court. Good pass this time. Eyes set to the outside. Good dig. Nicole Fawcett off the block, over the defense, and down for the kill. It's 17-19 and 3 straight points for Team USA. We'll get a timeout from Coach Masayoshi Manabe. So there's 3 major tournaments in USA Volleyball that are run every 4 years. Of course, the Olympics, and the Olympics is the end of a quad. So as you might imagine, that's a 4-year period that culminates in the Olympics. So since the Olympics were last year, this is the first year of the quad. In the second year of the quad, there is the Volleyball World Championship. So next year will be the World Championship. I'm not sure where that is. Then the year after that, in the 3rd year of the quad, is the World Cup. And then the 4th year of the quad is the ultimate volleyball tournament, the Olympic Games. And the USA, although they've won 3 straight World Grand Prix events, which is the big-time annual event in volleyball, they have never won any of the 4-year events in international volleyball: the World Cup, the World Championship, or the Olympic Games. Point USA, they draw to within 1 here in set number 4. So Karch Tarai looking to get the team. His goal is to win all 3 of those, but I know he is extremely focused, mainly focused on getting the team to that gold medal match in the Olympics and hopefully coming away with the big one. What a rip down the line. My goodness. The superstar from Japan, the veteran player on the squad, Saori Kimura. She'll serve. 20-18 Japan, 5 points away from extending this match to a 5th. And it has got louder and louder throughout the night here at J. Sarah High School. Another good dig from Zayasu. And Kim Hill hits it into the net. She really raised up for that one, but last second she dropped her arm a little bit, didn't quite fully extend, hit it into the net. She was really going for the pound right there. Japan back on top by 3. Nicole Fawcett rips one through the seam. Found that hole, that seam in the block. The middle blocker, Nana Iwasaka, didn't quite make it all the way over to her outside hitter, Yukiko Ebata. Left that little bit of hole for Nicole, and she took advantage of it. Back to serve is Cassidy Lichtman at 19-21. Good pass. High set to the outside, raising up and getting it. And getting the kill is Yukiko Ebata. US is down 3 late, 22-19. Normally I would say that's, it's getting close to insurmountable. A big lead like 3 points late in a set is not easy to come back from, but in a game like this where there is an incredible amount of long rallies, every point could really go either way. This set is far from out of reach for the USA. We're going to have a double sub for the Japanese team eventually, or maybe it's just a single sub. Yep, there it is. Into the game to serve once again is Mizuho Ishida as the USA chant starts in J. Sarah. And it is extremely loud in here. To go back up 4. No, says Jenna Haglund. Great set to the back row. Roll shot, though. Peo, Kim Hill. Japan just looking for a side out. Manabe not too worried about that point. He knows that if they just pass the ball well and just side out routinely in these next 3 points, they can't lose this set. There's an ace. (21-22). USA within 1. Timeout, Japan. And I just took my headphones off when that USA chant was going on. It is much louder in here than I realized. These nice headphones, Matt. These do a pretty solid job of securing the noise out away from me. But when I took them off, it is extremely loud in here. Definitely the loudest arena because it's the most enclosed of any of the 3 we've been in. UCSD, the Remac Arena, is a nice place to play and watch a game. Walter Pyramid is one of my favorite places to watch a volleyball game. It's a little more difficult for the players because of the huge space above the floor. The speakers extend about 75 feet above the floor. And the roof's, at least twice as high as that. So it's hard to play for the players. Cool place to watch a game here at J. Sarah High School. More of a personal experience. A really good high school gym, though, with the upper concourse area. That swing went out of bounds, and there is no touch on the block. We are tied at 22. Got a tweet from Ed. What's up, Ed? Ed says, great coverage of the tournament. Can I get a shout out to Liberty Bell Volleyball? What's up, Liberty Bell? Thanks for watching this. I don't know where you're coming from, but wherever you are, Liberty Bell, Glad to have you with us. Nicole Fawcett, jump serve. Can the U.S. take the lead? Yukiko Abata says, no, you cannot. What a pressure deep swing. Boy, that is clutch from Yukiko, the Olympian Yukiko Abata. From one Olympian to another, Arisa Shinabe will serve. Miyu Nagaoka, blocking substitute into the front row. Miyu will block on the right side. Slide, Peyo, kill, Peyo. 23-23. Kim Hill. Here's that USA chant. High set to the outside. Yukiko again off the block. She's going to be dug. This is to get to match point. Oh, Yukiko Aimi. What a block. And to do it against Nicole Fawcett, who has been the big swinger all night long for the USA. What a block. Set point in set number 4. If Japan wins this point, we're going to a 5th. Jordan Larson, she's dug. Japan will have an attempt for the set. It's a kill! Saori Kimura. 25-23 Japan in set number 4. We're going to 5. Wow, what a great way to finish this USA Volleyball Cup in a place where USA Volleyball has played a lot of scrimmages, always a great tournament at JSerra. They sold this match out. It is rocking in here tonight, and they're going to be rocking for these last 30 or so points. In set 5, you only play to 15 points. First team to 15 win by 2. The teams will switch sides at 15 points. Fans, I would love to keep hearing from you on Twitter. What do you got for me? What do you like about this match? Who are you excited to see playing right now? Who's maybe really surprising you, or who's just really exciting to watch? Who's your favorite player on the court to watch right now? Japan? It can be a Japanese player. It can be a USA player. I don't care. One of my favorite players to watch all night long has been the Japanese libero, Kotoki Zayasu. Absolutely all over the place. If the ball gets near her, it is coming off the ground. So many times I've been saying, oh, Zayasu, because it's just, that's the natural reaction, because I think these balls are going to hit the ground, and they just don't. Kotoki, just 23 years old, from Hisamitsu Springs, that club team in Japan. As I mentioned, a lot of the Japanese players play at Hisamitsu Springs, so Miyu Nagaoka, Kanako Hirai, Kotoki Zayasu, Ishida, Iwasaka, Ishii, Shinabe, Ebata, or not Ebata, sorry, not Ebata, but the other 7 I said all play for the same professional club team in Japan. And most of these players do play in Japan. The star player, Saori Kimura, plays at Vakifbank Istanbul, a very good pro club team in Istanbul. The U.S. team, on the other hand, plays all over the world. Players playing in Italy, Azerbaijan, Puerto Rico, just all over the place. They really have 2 lives. That's something that Karch talked about in our interview. We haven't heard it in a clip, but he said, you know, these girls really live 2 lives. They have, you know, half their lives in their professional leagues all over the world, and they come back and have the other half their lives playing for USA Volleyball. So this is probably the most relaxed time for a professional volleyball player right now, is in the first year after the Olympics. At least for the veteran players and the players who know they're on the team, at least as of right now, it's a little bit more relaxed, because there's not one of the 3 major tournaments, although there is the World Grand Prix. But for those younger players, this is huge. This is when they're trying to prove themselves to the new coach, in this case Karch Garai, trying to prove to him that they are supposed to be on this team. Same thing with the Japanese player. A lot of young players, a lot of players under 20, trying to show Coach Manabe that they deserve to be on the team. Here we go. Set 5, Japan will serve. First team to 15 wins the match. U.S. won the first 2. Japan won the second 2. In the 5th, it is the USA starting off with the point, going back to their clutch hitter of the night, Nicole Fawcett. Fawcett, Jackson, 2-0 USA. Jor, good jump serve, but a perfect pass. What a rip down the line. That would go back over the net and out of bounds. Nice job by the American libero Tamari Miyashiro. Dug down with her right shoulder, just getting into the way of that ball. That's not an easy thing to do, to just stand there and let a ball come at you however hard it's coming and hit you right in the chest. Kim Hill, great angle, great cut shot angle on that with a lot of pace finding the floor. It's 3-1 USA. Got a tweet from Brenda, says, "Go Courtney, go Huskies." Thanks for that, Brenda. Brenda Greer, you've been texting me tonight, or tweeting me tonight. You tweeted me last night as well. Loved to hear from everybody, and thanks so much for those tweets, Brenda. Glad to have you with me on the broadcast. Nicole Fawcett, she puts that one away. Fast start for the USA in set number 5. I'm thinking there is a timeout coming from Coach Masayoshi Manabe and Team Japan. I don't believe there is a technical timeout in the 5th set. I think teams switch sides at 8 and continue to play unless there's a team timeout called. Both teams once again get 2 team timeouts if they wish to use them in set 5. Got one here from Brad Hill. Says, "Hey, great job announcing, Mark." Well, thanks, Brad. Don't have questions, you answer all of them. Well, that's nice of you to say, Brad. There's got to be some questions I'm not able to answer. There's got to be something out there I haven't said. But thanks so much for that, Brad. Thanks for listening in. Got another one from Bob Trinzy out in Delaware. My new friend, Bob Trinzy. What's up, Bob? Says, "Great job, Mark." Well, thank you, Bob. Enjoyed both nights, even with the 3-hour time difference. Well worth it. So it's just over midnight now in Delaware. Glad you could listen in, Bob. Oh, what a dig. And a great set to the back row. And the hit goes just long. Kim Hill chasing that ball almost around the pole on the outside of the court. Bump set, back bump set to Jordan Larson in the back row. Boy, that was fun to see. Japan gets the point. It's 2-4. Nicole Fawcett once again. And we'll see if the U.S. continues to go to her. Well, they won't right now because she's coming out of the game. Courtney Thompson into the back row. She will serve and set. Into the front row, replacing Jenna Haglund is Kelly Murphy. As I said, Kelly from the University of Florida, originally from Wilmington, Illinois. Courtney Thompson from Kent, Washington. Good serve. That's a great diving dig. Kim Hill. Oh my goodness, not yet, says Sally. Not yet, says Tamari. And Japan gets the point. Phenomenal digs. That one from Sally. The dig turned into a set. Yukiko put a nice swing on it. And, you know, of all the amazing digs, that is one of the best I've seen coming from Tamari Miyashiro tonight. My goodness. Not just one of the best from her, but one of the best from anybody. And right before that, almost equally as good, coming from Sally, that one-arm stab that turned into a set. 2 great digs in that play. Peo, dug. Out of the middle for Japan. Aimi, dug. Kim Hill, dug. I'll keep on this rhythm. Yukiko, dug. Will Kelly be dug? Yes. Outside again, Yukiko, not dug. 4-5. There's that USA chant again as Japan gets 2 points in a row. Will they get 3? Pretty good pass off a tump jump serve. Here's Japan's chance to tie it up here in set 5 at 5. Not so fast, says the Gov. Oh gosh, that's a good dig. Good dig by Gov. The Gov. Jor. Kelly Murphy puts away a nice set from Tamari. USA maintains that all-important 2-point lead after a 2-0 run from Japan. And like I said, neither of these teams give up easily. Neither of them give up at all. Japan coming all the way back from 2 sets down. Serve from Kim. Tips the net. It won't fall, though. Good pass from Aimi. And hitting the block and making the ball sail over the defense is Yukiko Ebata. Kelly Murphy is dug. Another chance for Japan to tie it up. Good back set to the outside. And the kill by Xiaoli. (6-6). Oh, that ball is just wide. 7-6 USA. That was very close to an ace. And a point for Japan. It turns out the USA will maintain a 1-point lead. Cassidy Lichtman into the back row for Peyo to serve right now. Good pass by Japan. And a kill. That one tipped the net and threw the ball off a little bit for Jordan. Got a touch on it, but couldn't keep it alive. It's 7-7. Who's going to make it to that side switch first? The next point will trigger a side switch. Serve from Aimi. Good pass by Kim outside. Jordan tips it. Doug sent back over. Right side. Murphy down the line. Gets the kill. And we will switch sides. USA 8, Japan 7. And I don't believe there's a technical timeout. I think the teams just keep playing unless somebody calls a team timeout, and the USA will stay on the court, and we'll just keep going right along here. You're watching USA Volleyball here on USAVolleyballCup.com and USAVolleyball.org. A little bit of a delay here as teams switch sides. Got a chance to talk to CEO Doug Beal last night, CEO of USA Volleyball. What a great person to talk to. Had about a 5-minute interview with him between sets 2 and 3 last night. And just like Karch, he is very enthused about the future of USA Volleyball and promoting the game and just getting the word out there about how awesome it is to watch these teams play, to see these athletes do what they do, and that is being evidenced by this inaugural USA Volleyball Cup. And we're trying to bring you as much action as we can live like we got going with this broadcast tonight. Thanks to our producer, Matt Podswite's got all the hookups, all the connections, everything working throughout these matches. Thanks, Matt. Teams are back on the court, ready to go. Here we go. Back row, Yukiko. Did that get a touch on the block? It did not. It goes wide out of bounds, 9-7 USA. Timeout, Japan. So let's get to a few more of your tweets while we got time. Elizabeth Zwicker, the Japanese libero, is reading everything. That's why she's so beast today. Oh, Elizabeth, I agree. And yeah, watch Zayasu in the back row. Watch her move. You're seeing her now closest to the camera. You got a good view of how Kotoki Zayasu is moving in the back row. And what Elizabeth is talking about is she doesn't remain stagnant. She doesn't stay in the same place. When the ball is set on the American side, she's watching that hitter, trying to read where that hitter is going to hit the ball. If she thinks that the arm is lined up to hit angle, she will jump into that angle, get steady when the player contacts the ball, and she is ready to move wherever that ball is hit. And because she's able to read so well and move so quickly, she's getting so many good digs. Thanks for that, Elizabeth. I absolutely agree. She is reading the ball so well tonight around that block. Sowley, what a dig from the American libero, Tamari. Pancake dig, that did not hit the floor. Yeah. That one did. Kirsty Jackson rips one up the middle. It's 10-7. No more timeouts for Japan. Not a good set, not a good play for Japan. U.S. a free ball. Kirsty, she'll be dug this time. Sowley, that'll get to the floor as it hits off the block and falls just outside of the outstretched hand and arm of Jenna Haglund. Served by Miyashita, outside, Fawcett, and the ball is still alive, and now it gets to the ground. Boy, that was dug about 3 inches off the floor by Yukiko Ebata. Sowley got her foot on it and then sent the ball into the net. It would have been very difficult to get that one over the net. Great effort by the Japanese squad. It's 11-8 USA. Nice pass by Sowley, almost off her chest, and then a good deep angle swing. Nice pass. A big rip from Kim Hill, and the USA are up 3 and within 3 of the win. Deep floater, not a great pass for Japan. It's going to be a high set to the outside. That ball went out of bounds, no touch. Point USA, it's 13-9. Nice pass, and with the set after the pass, that ball eventually will be put away. Risa Shinabe with the kill after a very nice pass. She had an opening down that line. She took it, and she was almost dug because her swing hit the net. But she got the kill. Risa will come out. Into the game for her is Miyu Nagaoka. Into the front row. Back to serve is Mizuho Ishida, replacing Nana Iwasaka to serve. The floater, Japan really desperate for a point right now. Nicole Fawcett is dug. Good bump set to the outside. Block, cover, to the right side. Oh, big swing from Nagaoka off the bench, but it's dug. Fawcett, dug, my goodness. Great bump set outside, maybe a little off the net. Right side again. It's been left side, right side, left side, right side. Whoa, what a play by Kim, but it's recognized. Diving dig in the back row by Jor. Kim will be dug again. This is not the 13th time the ball's crossed the net. Covered, my goodness, are you kidding me? Still not over. Now it's over. Peo puts it away. 14-10 USA, match point. Wow, wow, wow. Standing ovation for that point. And also the fans are standing because it's match point. Wow, what a play by both teams. Marisa Shiinabe back in there. It'll be the jump server. Best jump server, arguably the best jump server in the gym. Kelly Murphy might have something to say about that. Right now it's Nicole Fawcett for the match. Good pass by Risa. Set to Yukiko. She's dug by Tamari for the win. Kim Hill. Kill in the corner down the line. The USA wins it 15-10 in set number 5. What a match. We'll be on the air for just a few more minutes, fans, so if you want a last-second shout-out, be sure to tweet me right now at BroadcastMark. This was match 3 out of 3 for the USA versus Japan. Japan will head back to Japan tomorrow. And they had a great time here, a solid 5 or 6 days out here, and really just a wonderful group of people to talk to and interact with. Saori Kimura. I also interviewed Yukiko Abate yesterday. And just two very wonderful personalities. Sally, such a sweet smile, such a great lady to talk to, and just really excited to go to Disneyland yesterday, and more so for the team bonding. Japan is all about bonding as a team on the court and off the court. And so that Disneyland experience was wonderful for them. USA girls also, I talked to them a lot yesterday. Courtney Thompson, such an inspiring person to talk to. Great storyteller, so much energy. Really great ambassador to volleyball. One last shout out for that. Court and Spark volleyball documentary. Look for that. Coming in premiering at the Seattle Final Four in December. The women's indoor NCAA volleyball Final Four. That's produced by Jack and Leslie Hammond. They followed Courtney around in Poland and came back with her to U.S. And it doesn't only follow Courtney, it doesn't only follow the women's game, it also looks at the men and looks at Matt West, who came out of the Washington area and became a star at Pepperdine, and it also checks out the sitting volleyball game. So check that out, Court and Spark. Check out the preview, search it on Google. I'll also retweet something from Jack. I'll retweet the link to the preview. Get ready for that. And fans, I got to wrap it up here from J. Sarah High School. It has been a blast bringing you these matches. First from UCSD on Wednesday, last night from the Walter Pyramid at Long Beach State, and tonight from J. Sarah High School in San Juan Capistrano. The men will play Japan in 3 matches during the USA Volleyball Cup on the men's side next in August. Not sure yet if we're going to have a webcast for that. Hopefully we will, but check that out. Those will be 3 matches in Southern California as well, so try to make it out here for those. And we will have a webcast for the Norseca Women's Tournament in September from Omaha, Nebraska. So keep an eye on usavolleyball.org. Keep following me for news, interviews, and whatever else I come up with at Broadcast Mark. Thanks to Matt Podswite. Thanks for the help from his daughter, Emily Podswite, tonight. Thanks for everybody for listening in. I'm Mark Sherman, and for everybody here at USA Volleyball, good night from J. Sarah.